Today I am going to teach you the transistor characteristics of the transistor in common emitter mode. Here we are going to use NPN transistor. There are two kind of transistors are there. One is called NPN transistor and another one is PNP transistor. This NPN transistor is widely used one. Even in the textbook NPN transistor is given. The transistor, it is one of the important electronic component that is widely used in the electronic fields, especially while constructing the amplifier and oscillator circuits. Here, before going to use the transistor, we have to analyze the important parameters of the transistor. Here, there are three important parameters are there from which we are able to analyze the better performance of the transistor. The three important parameters are there are input impedance, current gain and output impedance. These three parameters that can be obtained by drawing three graphs. They are called as static characteristics. They are called as static characteristics. To draw the three graphs, to draw the static characteristics graphs, a circuit is required. Now we are going to learn how to draw the circuit. Now I am going to teach you how to draw the circuit of the transistor in common emitter mode. First you have to understand how to draw the transistor symbol. Now I am going to draw the transistor in common emitter mode. First you draw the transistor symbol. Draw a vertical line and then draw one perpendicular line also. This one represents the base of the transistor. Here draw two lines like this. Are you clear? You have to follow the method of drawing. Here, since it is common emitter mode, emitter must be drawn in the down. Are you clear? So draw the downward arrow head. And then, is it clear? This is the outward arrow that shows the emitter. Here, nothing to be drawn. Therefore, this one must be taken as collector. So wherever the arrowhead symbol is seen, that is called emitter. Since it is NPN transistor, the direction of the arrowhead must be towards outward direction. Are you clear? So this one shows the direction of the conventional current. So this is the symbol of the transistor in CE mode. E must be connected in the ground. Therefore, extend the line. Are you clear? Emitter must be common to both base and collector. Now we are going to give the biasing connections. For the working of the transistor, power supply is required. Now extend the line and keep this connections ready for connecting the battery. Are you clear? So like this you have to draw the lines. Okay, bring it down and then extend the line. Now these two gaps is clear for bent for connecting the battery. So after doing so, what we have to do? We have to follow the two rules. The two rules must be strictly followed while giving the biasing. Here, the first rule is across the base and emitter, forward bias must be given. Forward bias must be given. Across the base and collector, reverse bias must be given. So these are all the two rules must be followed. Here, since it is NPN transistor, it is better to mark the NPN also here. Only then it will be easy for you to give the polarity, proper polarities. First, we will follow the first rule. Across the base and emitter, forward bias must be given. So P must be connected with positive end of the battery. Are you clear? Therefore, P must be connected with plus of the battery. And here N is there. N must be connected with negative. Understood? So forward bias is given across base and emitter. What is the next one? Across the base and collector, reverse bias must be given. Are you clear? So here N is there. N must be connected with the positive and automatically the other one must be negative. So here a set of cells are connected in series. Are you clear? So here forward bias is given, here reverse bias is given. Now we have to draw the direction of the conventional currents. How to draw the conventional current? Here three currents are flowing in the circuit. The one is emitter current. How to find out the direction of the emitter current? Here look at the arrowhead, that must be continued. So this is the direction of the emitter current, therefore it must be written as IE, and it is grounded. Are you clear? That emitter portion is grounded. That's why common emitter mode configuration can also be called as grounded emitter mode configuration. Here, look at the direction of the arrowhead. Base current that flows from positive to in this direction. Therefore, conventional current always flows from positive end of the battery. Therefore, this one must be connected and it must be written as IB. What is IB? Base current. Base current flows in this direction. This is a positive end of the reverse bias connection. From here, from plus, another conventional current flows, that is called IC. Are you clear? How many currents are there? IB, IE, IC. As per the transistor working, already we have learnt in the theory part. Clear? Here, the emitter current is a sum of which two current? Emitter current is a sum of IC and IB. Are you clear? It is a sum of collector current and base current. So here, that collector current and emitter current both are measured in terms of milliampere. Are you clear? Milliampere. Since the dimension or the width of the base is too low, the impurities which are doped in the base is very low, no? Therefore, the base current will be always small. Therefore, this base current must be always measured in terms of which one? Microampere. When compared to milli, microampere current is very, very small. Are you clear? Note down milliampere, microampere. Always base current will be too small. So this is the method of drawing the clear small circuit. Clear in the case of common emitter mode configuration, especially while using NPN transistor. First you should know how to draw the small one. The next part I am going to explain how to develop the small one into the bigger one. The next one I am going to include the measuring devices. Here in the same circuit, 2 ammeters, 2 voltmeter must be connected. Are you clear? Only then we are able to use it for our practical purposes and also for theory knowledge. Okay. Now I am going to draw the bigger one. Are you clear? From this small circuit I am going to draw the bigger one that is to be drawn in the theory part. Are you clear? Even in the examination, if the same thing is asked in the essay question, the bigger one must be drawn. The same smaller one may be asked in the 2-mark question also. Now how to develop the smaller one into the bigger one? Draw the same transistor here. Okay, you follow the method. Draw the same transistor in CE mode. Draw the collector. Okay. So this one must be the emitter. This one must be the base. And this one must be the collector. I need not explain again and again. Here that base current must be measured. To measure the base current, some measuring device is required. Are you clear? Here we have to measure the collector current also. That's why I have left the gap. Here across the base and emitter, forward bias is given. The same battery which is drawn vertically, that should be drawn horizontally. The same thing must be drawn here. Are you clear? So how to draw this? The same battery that is drawn here. Are you clear? Here this is the battery which is used for reverse bias. Instead of drawing vertically, the same thing must be drawn horizontally on the other side. Are you clear? So draw the battery power supply on the other side. Now we have to adjust the base emitter voltage. With the help of this power supply, we can adjust the voltage across base and emitter. Therefore, we have to use a rheostat. Rheostat is a device with the help of which we are able to adjust the potential difference. So therefore, now I am drawing the rheostat. Understood? Now draw the rheostat. So this is a symbolic representation of the rheostat. Are you clear? And this is the symbol of the rheostat. Now this rheostat must be connected in this end. Understood? So it is connected. Can you understand? Across the 2 free end of the rheostat, the battery must be connected. Understood? Now this thing what is done here, the thing what is drawn here, that should be followed there also. Here also across the battery connection, What must be drawn? The rheostat must be drawn. First you draw the rheostat separately. Okay, now this is a variable resistor arrangement in which you can adjust the current and voltage. Understood? So this is a method of drawing the rheostat. Now you connect the two end of the rheostat across the battery. The upper end, the rider end must be connected here. So it is connected like this. Any doubt in this? Now to measure the base current, what is required? 1 microammeter is required. Already I have told base current is too small. Therefore, microammeter must be connected. Mu A microammeter must be connected. Collector current is little bit greater than which one? Base current. Therefore, milliammeter must be connected. Therefore, MA must be written. Understood? Since it is common emitter mode, the emitter line must be extended. That should be grounded. Are you clear? So, know the method of drawing the circuit will be easy. Are you clear? Now, you interconnect all the bottom connections. Okay, the input side, output side, the emitter, everything can be connected. Is it clear? By drawing a single straight line. Okay, so extend it and you give a proper connection here. It must be interconnected. So to measure the base current, microammeter is connected. To measure the collector current, milliammeter is connected. Any doubt in this? Draw the polarity, plus minus. Here this battery connection must be named as VBB, bias which is given in base. This is a bias which is given in collector, therefore VCC. Are you clear? After that, here the voltage across base and emitter, that should be measured now. Always voltmeter, that should be connected in parallel connection. I am going to connect a voltmeter across base and emitter. Forward bias voltage can be varied, that can be observed. Therefore, you connect a voltmeter here, that can be named as VBE. What is VBE? Voltage across base and emitter. After B, you have to write E. Since it is E is common, you have to write after B. Here also one more voltmeter must be connected across collector and emitter. Here also draw a circle, draw the arrowhead. Here we can write it as VCE. What is VCE? Voltage across C and E, collector and emitter. So, two voltmeters, two ammeters are connected. Only then we are able to measure the current and voltage while measuring the parameters. Understood? Now we have to draw the polarities for which one? The microammeter, voltmeter, everything. How to draw the polarity? From plus, move the finger, and this one must be plus and this one must be minus. From the same positive end, move the finger, and this one must be plus, this one must be minus. From this plus, so clear, move the finger, and this one must be plus and this one must be minus. From here, plus, move the finger, this one must be plus and this one must be minus. Even in the voltmeter and ammeter, you could see the polarity. Without knowing the polarity connections, we can't connect them in the circuit. So this is the circuit which is required for doing practical as well as very important in the theory. In the examination essay, if transistor characteristics question is asked, you have to draw this particular diagram. This is for 2 mark, this is for 5 mark. This one could be drawn only by knowing this one. Therefore, this is the bigger one, this is the smaller one. This is the smaller one, this is the bigger one. Understood? Here the only difference is here measuring devices are not connected. Here all measuring devices are connected. This is elaborate one. Here adjusting devices are there. Rheostat 1. This one can be called as rheostat 1. With the help of rheostat, we can vary the base current as well as VB. With the help of another rheostat RH2, we can vary the VCE as well as collector current. So this is meant for collector current. With the help of this, we are able to measure the collector current. With the help of this meter, we can measure the base current. See, I have written all details in the circuit. Are you clear? So this is a circuit diagram which is required to analyze the NPN transistor in common emitter mode. Okay, thank you.